interviewing this time my mother. Hi, Mom.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
So she goes by another name besides Mom. Her name is Tarva McIntosh, and she is also the founder and CEO of the Luxurious Elements Company. Hello. Welcome to the show. How are you feeling today?
I feel fine. I'm just a little tired, but I'm okay.
Why are you tired?
Oh, we were up at 4:45 this morning, traveling from Florida. So I haven't really had any rest today.
Well, you get all the rest after this interview. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Tarva?
Tarva, let me tell you, I am first of all Kenya's mother. I am a wife. I have 3 children, wonderful, exciting children, adventurous children. Um, I am actually the spouse of a veteran. I've been all over the world. Um, I'm a very outgoing person.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
What are some of your favorite places that you've been?
One place that was very exciting was living in Turkey.
Turkey.
Turkey was different.
Why do you pick Turkey?
Because there was the culture, and
Mm-hmm.
that was the actually first overseas assignment that we had
Mm-hmm.
overseas together. So
What
yeah,
was the culture like?
the culture was really good. The food, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. So one of my favorite things about doing Faith and Beyond and interviewing people is learning more about their testimony and learning about why they decided to choose Jesus. So, what is your testimony of what brought you to Jesus and why do you follow Jesus?
Okay. Way back in the day, um, we used to go live, well, not live, but stay with my grandmother during the summertime. And oh, when I tell you church, church.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't get up and go to church that morning, there's no TV.
Mm-hmm.
There's no TV. But anyway, you are going to church regardless. She will get you up, and you're going to church. You're getting dressed
Mm-hmm.
because she was a very God fearing woman. Um, so we were there during the summertime, and she was like, "Do you all want to get baptized?" I was I think I was about 12. I think I was about 12 during the summer, and oh, okay. I think I was about 12 during the summertime, and she asked, "Did my brother and I would we like to get baptized?" And of course, I said yes. My brother said yes as well because we kept going. The church was awesome, New Jerusalem Baptist Church in Thomasville, Georgia. And my parents came to see us get baptized, and yeah, that's how it all started.
So, what made you, besides the church itself, what made
Hmm.
you say, "Yeah, I want to get baptized"? Because getting baptized is basically the physical, the physical symbol of that relationship with Christ and understanding that He died for our sins. So, and accepting that He died for our sins and that He rose again, and just accepting that and showing that. So what made you be like, yes,
What
that's
actually,
true?
what actually made me do it was because um, growing up, I was a military child, and we would just go from base to base, base to base, not really, getting into the church. We went to church, but we didn't have that feel of getting baptized. But there comes a time in your life when you start to feel like, oh, I really need God in my life. I really need God in my life. And it was just my grandmother, I wish she was still here, but she instilled so much into me that she was like, I can't even really describe it. It was like she was she was just amazing. And it just made me want to be like her
Mm-hmm.
from everything that she did, everything that she did, she made me want to be like her.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me want to draw myself more to Christ.
Okay, cool. So getting into changing gears a little bit, getting into your business, let's talk about Luxurious Elements.
Yes.
How did that whole idea come to start?
Oh my gosh. I always known that I was a artsy type of person. I love art. I love home decor. As you know, the way I've done the house over the years. Um, when I wanted to start Luxurious Element was not the right time. That wasn't the name. I will tell you right now, that was not the name. So in 2021, I've had several dreams that came to me, and it was like luxurious something. I did not know what was going on. So actually, this one particular morning, I got up, not knowing where I was going. I was led to a Home Depot. I was led to a craft store, picked up whatever I was going to pick up, got back to the house, spread everything out on the kitchen table. It was weird. It was really weird because I was like, what am I going to do? What am I doing? So, with that being said, I started making coasters.
Mm-hmm.
Kenya came home, my husband came home,
Yeah.
and they were like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, they're just a bunch of ceramic like squares all over the kitchen table. Me and my dad are like, well, what is going on?
What is going on? And I explained to them what happened and what led me to do this. And they were like, wow. I hadn't told anybody about the dream. And I was just like I can't even think of the word I want to use, but it was just something that came over me that particular morning that made me just go out. And it started. That's how Luxurious Element started.
Nice. So what would you say is the purpose of Luxurious Elements?
The purpose of Luxurious Elements is bringing out more of me. I don't know if that makes sense.
Explain.
Bringing out what I had on the inside that God gave me. I feel it's my gift from Him.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to bring it out. I think that's basically it.
Okay. What do you want people to get from their purchase or from having a Luxurious Elements item in their home?
I want them to know that it's made with pure love. I put everything into whatever I do. And I just want it to be a joy that they can have in their home for years and years to come.
Yeah, that love thing is real because just based off of what we've talked about with like behind the scenes with your previous customers and things like that, something that they note a lot is your customer service.
Yes.
And the attention to detail in each item.
Right.
So I guess my question to you is, where do you think that love and attention to detail comes from? Like, why is that something so important to you?
Because it's something that if I purchase something, say if I'm just out ordinary somewhere out, and I have to feel it. I have to feel it in order for me to get it, buy it, bring it to my home. It's like love. Does that make sense to you?
Okay.
I just pick things. I don't know. It's just weird.
You
It's one of those.
just go based off what you're feeling in the moment.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely.
Okay. On that point, we will go ahead and take a break and read any comments if we have any and get into some topics.
Personally, I gotta die daily. Sometimes that strong personality gets the best of me, and I have to just ask for forgiveness on the regular. I do. But in that, I have to learn from my mistakes and not repeat the same mistakes, because if you're repeating the same things, then your forgiveness or your repentance is empty. So I think truly repentant, you've got to come and lay it all out there and say, God, I can't do this by myself. This is my struggle. Or my tongue is wicked, or my thoughts are wicked, or, I really don't like this person. I have evil thoughts against them, or whatever. And you've got to fill your heart with something else. And so for me, when I get into those moments of, God, I'm failing miserably, or I'm insecure about something, which is rare. And I say that not from a standpoint of being, oh, I'm a strong woman. That's not it. My strength is in God. So I have to keep his word in my ear. And that literally means sometimes just playing the Bible in my ear. That helps me so much.
Yeah.
Because then it drowns out the noise. It drowns out the world, the secular. And it brings your mind, it's like, it's a reset. Mm-hmm. And so doing that, guarding my ear gate and my eyes and staying focused, that's the only way I can do it.
And we're back. Hello, quality people. Let's get into the chat. Do we have any comments? Going, I think we'll just go ahead and get into this first topic of femininity. So I decided to talk about femininity with you because I think you are one of the most feminine, friendly women out there. I remember growing up in school and everyone's like, "We love your mom. She's so sweet. She's so nice." I also remember one time this one girl I was friends with in 6th grade, I think it was, and you were chaperoning, and I felt like she was trying to steal you from me.
I remember that. Ken was like, "That's my
mom." Yeah, so I just remember that, and I remember all the times just friends coming over and they're like, "Oh, we love your mom." So I felt like you'd be the perfect person for that, and not only from an outsider looking in and friends coming in and telling me this, but also just in our home, just how you operate with, dad and stuff like that. You're just very feminine. You're a great mom. You're a great wife. And I just feel like you have a lot of knowledge that you can bestow upon us today.
Oh, thank you. That really means a lot.
Yes. So to start off, do you even think you're feminine? What do you think about that?
Well, I don't really think about it. I think I just
do it.
Yeah.
It's innate.
It's just nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's basically it. And watching my grandmother, I had to bring my grandmother in.
Yeah.
I had to bring my mother in too. But just staying with my grandmother during the summertime, that was just amazing.
Yeah.
Because she taught you so much. You're not going to the house looking like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, you're going to come out that house looking tip top.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Make sure you have your lipstick on.
Yeah.
No, but really, I learned a lot from my grandmothers.
She really molded you into the woman that you are today.
She really did. Yes.
What's a lesson that she taught you that you still remember today?
Oh my gosh, there's so much.
And it can be as many as you can think of. What's something that comes to your mind?
Company. Having company. She had company. When they had company at their house.
Mm-hmm.
And how she set the table.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And the food.
Okay, save that one. Save that one. That's gonna be our next topic.
Oh, okay.
But what else? What else do you got?
Just watching her.
Mm-hmm.
She was a lady.
How was she a lady?
The way she carried herself.
How did she carry herself?
She carried herself like a true lady.
What does that mean?
How can I explain it? It was like her honey sees her. Mm-hmm. Fine. I mean, I'm just saying, she just carried herself, the way she dressed, the way she act, the way she just moved. It was just her natural self.
She was like, did she dress like modest?
She did. She did.
Did
She was a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
so she dressed. But when she came home, she dressed down, but she still looked nice.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Like, okay, if you had to put an outfit, like what was her teaching outfit and what was her I'm at home but I'm still looking good outfit?
Okay. Her teaching outfit was a skirt, blouse, blazer.
Mm-hmm.
She came home, that went off, and she would just put on like a one-piece dress on.
Mm-hmm. Nice. She sounds, well, of course I've met her, but like, of
You
course
were
I was little.
Yeah, you were little.
Yeah, so I didn't really, I guess, get to take in all of that you got to.
I wish she was here so you all could just.
Yeah, I'm sure she would have been really great to talk to right now.
Oh,
too.
yes, absolutely.
So, with that being said, and I guess it sounds like you had this really great woman figure, feminine figure in your life. Based off of that, what does femininity mean to you today?
It means to be nurturing, caring, compassionate, just having all those attributes that just flow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, would you say you've always had all those attributes or did they develop over time?
I think I've always had them, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they're stronger
So
now?
they're stronger now.
Stronger now than they were then?
Yes.
Why do you think they're stronger now?
Because I think back then you're just like learning things. And then as you get older, you get a little bit more wisdom.
Mm-hmm. It just starts kicking in
Yes,
faster.
it does. It starts kicking in.
Okay. I think that's a good transition to the next question I want to ask you, which is, okay, so you had this transition period, okay? You said that it's stronger now than it was then. How does one go from, okay, I'm a girl to I'm a woman now? Like what makes a woman versus what makes a girl?
I think when you take on the responsibilities of growing into the person that you are, as being a wife, a mother, and so forth, yeah, I think it's the responsibilities that keep coming. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So responsibilities is what makes someone a woman versus a girl.
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Okay. What kind of responsibilities would you say are, like, what are women responsible for versus what are girls responsible for?
Well, as you become a woman, you have more responsibilities. As a girl, you don't.
Like, what kind of responsibilities?
More so, you have, say, for instance, family.
Mm-hmm.
There's responsibility to come along with that. You got to take care of your family. As being a girl, you don't have that responsibility of doing what a woman does.
So, what happens? Okay, what if someone doesn't have a family yet? So, if they don't have a family yet, are they still a girl?
I think when they don't have a family, I think they grow up faster. Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
They don't have that nurturing that you would ordinarily get from a family. Does that make sense?
Okay, so let's put in like my shoes, like me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not a mom yet. I don't have a family yet. But I wouldn't say I don't have responsibilities. So for me, am I in the woman category, or am I in the girl category, or
No.
am I in the transition zone where I'm like a young woman?
You're you're in the transition zone.
Okay.
Yes, you're in the transition mode.
Okay.
'Cause you're getting there.
Gotcha.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think so. I think I
Okay.
get what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm in the transition zone into being a full blown woman.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Even though you are a woman right now.
Okay.
Yes. You have responsibilities.
Yes.
Right.
I just don't have a family yet.
Not yet.
Okay. But when I get a family, then I will be full blown woman. No one can tell me nothing.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next question.
Mm-hmm.
With the surge of whoredom and the glorification of promiscuity and women wanting to be like men, how can we instill femininity in young women today?
I think it first and foremost starts in the home.
I would agree.
I think because once you see what the mother is doing, and I think you tend to follow what the mother is doing.
Mm-hmm.
You just take note. You just have, say, if I'm doing something around the house or something, and you notice, you don't say anything,
Mm-hmm.
but it's registered in your head.
Yeah, it's in
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree with that because, I mean, when I was younger, I would say I didn't necessarily appreciate it. Sorry. But now that I'm older and I look back, it is like, oh wow, like my mom was actually like a very good mom, and she really was, did the best that she could. She really did. She put effort into like all her meals. She put effort into making the home a house or the house a home, and things like that. So that's definitely something that I want to take with myself in the future, and something that I want to like even put on the platform more, which is why I brought you on to talk about those things, because I think those are very crucial things, and I think that a lot of the issues that are happening today stem from the home and not having the proper, I guess, people in place raising kids and things like that. So I think if we can start in the home, nurture, like do our part as women, nurture the kids, create a wonderful warm home, a nice cozy home, and first and foremost, a home filled with Jesus and raising kids that love Jesus also. I think that in itself will change the culture in a more generative direction. So, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Next question. Why do you think Daddy chose to marry you?
The way I think the number one is the way I carried myself.
How did you carry yourself?
I carried myself like a young lady.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't the one that was out there, I'm going to show everything. I didn't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So when he met me, I was dressed from head to toe. I had jeans, I had a nice shirt on, and nice shoes. So, yeah.
You were covered up.
I was covered up. I didn't show anything.
You were covered up in the club.
Yes. Yes, I surely was.
Mm-hmm.
And my personality. Oh, my person. You know my personality.
Yes, we all know your
He
personality.
can't handle my personality. Yeah, and there was other things, but we'll keep those later.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Okay. But I wasn't ready for that.
Well, no.
Okay. I definitely want to bring Daddy on at some point so I can get his take on that question. But let's move on to the next one. So a lot of young men today feel like they don't want to be married because there aren't a lot of wives to choose from. For the women that want to be wives, what advice do you have for them?
You don't have to bear it all. Number one,
Keep your clothes on.
yes, keep your clothes on. You can do that later. Okay. I'm just saying. You bear it all somewhere else.
Okay.
But yeah, you have to. A man wants someone that's gonna be there for them,
Hmm.
and then that man has to be there for that woman.
Hmm.
But just advice for the women: just be patient. Be patient. Don't rush it. That's
Patient for what?
for the right man to come along. Let God bring them to you.
Hmm. But while she's waiting for God to bring him to her, how should she like prepare?
She needs to pray. Number one, foremost, you need to pray.
So, in preparation for her husband to come, she just needs to pray and not and keep her clothes on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I may
Okay.
be old school, but it works.
Obviously. Okay. Josh, do we have any comments? Okay, we'll get to the comments after the break. Let's move on to the next topic. And this is the topic where you can talk about the dinner party
Oh
thing
my.
that your grandma said. But we're going to talk about hospitality. And I chose this topic because I think it's so underrated. I think no one really talks about, even amongst like the femininity content and things like that, I feel like no one really dives into the gift of hospitality and how nurturing and encouraging that gift can be. So, like for us, we've always had like a really clean home. We've always had really good food. When people came over, they just enjoyed coming over. They enjoyed your company. They always said that you're a great host. Um, yeah, so, and when it came to hosting parties or hosting people in their home in general, you just always like a light and a spark. You're always just like, what do you need? Do you need anything? You're always just like, I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve. I am being selfless. You're just always like that.
And I'm the last one to eat.
Yes, she is always the last one to eat. Always. So I think that gift can be unappreciated at times. And it's something that I think a lot of people don't have. And I wonder, and to myself, I wonder if that stems from selfishness and just more people in general are just very selfish. So they don't even aren't able to like dive into that gift or what? I don't know. But yeah, so I definitely think that's something that needs to be cultivated more, and I think that you can bring that to us. So go ahead and go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say another thing too. The schools are different these days as well.
Mhm.
So back in the day, we had home economics.
Yeah.
So there was times when we had to, in home economics, we had to set a table.
No.
Okay. Yes, we set the table like we were having dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things why I am the way I am. But most importantly, it was my grandmother because, and my husband will tell you all that when he came to visit my grandmother, my grandparents, she had the table, I mean, set to the nine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the plates, forks, knives, everything. It was nice place setting. Everything was in place. There was nothing never out of place. We sat in the guest, not the guest room, but the family dining room.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And everything was just set perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So when you realize, think about things like from the past, and you just pick things up. and I got that from my grandmother. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think something that you did really well with me and Kiki. Kiki's my little sister, but you put us into like etiquette class, and I remember going to like a high tea with you at Fort Valley.
Yep.
Yeah, so you put us in like these situations and these learning grounds for us to like develop manners and develop
experience. Yes.
experience manners and knowing how to act in certain situations, knowing how to behave, things like that. So you did a good job at that. So
Believe me, I had plenty of etiquette books.
yeah. So before I get into your question or the questions I have for you, I do want to give this definition of what hospitality is. Hospitality is the quality or disposition of receiving and treating guests and strangers in a warm, friendly, generous way. And I think that definition shows us like how Jesus was in a sense. Like, yeah, Jesus was very stern and very like, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me, kind of thing. But he was also willing to just talk to anybody and share the gospel with anybody. And I think that is something that the gift of hospitality can do also. Like, you get to be selfless and you serve and you are there for people and trying to give people a good time and trying to, whatever burden that person might have, just them coming into your home, giving them a meal can be a way of ministry to them into their lives too. So, yeah. You have any thoughts on that?
I just think that God gives you gifts.
Absolutely.
When God gives you gifts, use them. And even though my gift of the business came later in life, I had the question when I asked you. I said, why now? Why did it take so long? Why now? You never question that. You just have to, when he sends it to you, you got to do it.
Just go with it.
Go with it. Use your gifts God gave you.
Absolutely. So, how old were you when you realized you were good at being hospitable?
Like I said, just watching my grandmother. So I had to be, oh my gosh, I had to be at least, 8? Just
8?
watching at the time. And then over time, repeatedly over time.
When was your first, I guess, how old were you when you first hosted something? Like, you hosted like a dinner party, or you hosted just having people at your house?
Probably when I was probably my mid-20s.
Mid-20s?
Probably mid-20s. Yes, absolutely.
Was it after you guys were married, or?
It was after.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
Do you remember if it was successful or not?
It was successful.
Cool.
It was the learning phase.
Okay.
But I got better over time.
Yeah, I got you. And it all began with your grandma.
All began with Grandma.
Gotcha.
Grandma.
Why do you think, so I think I know the answer to this, but why do you think you're so good at it? Besides looking at your grandma and watching her over time, why do you think you're so good at it now?
Because it's the gift that God gave me. It just flows through me. And I just have to keep it going.
Gotcha.
Just have to.
So what if someone's like, I don't know if I have this gift, but I want to try it out.
Do it.
What? Okay.
Don't hold back. Do it.
Okay, but where should they start? Like, how should they get into it?
They can go to YouTube. They can go to Barnes & Noble or Books A Million, get some books.
What kind of books?
Home books.
Like homemaking?
Probably so. Yeah, I'm not sure because I'm already.
Yeah, you just do it.
Just come up with it. You can go on YouTube. You can find things. I mean, the social media. Um, just do it. If you don't get the books, just do it. Try something at the house and do it.
Oh, like they could do like a mock thing
Yes, absolutely.
before they even like invite people over.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Can everyone become hospitable, or is it strictly a gift?
Um, I think you can become Say it.
Hospitable.
Yes. I think you can. It is a gift, but just because you don't have it doesn't mean you can't do it.
Yeah,
So,
doesn't mean it can't. The skill can't be
right.
developed.
Exactly.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So besides going to YouTube, besides going to find books at a bookstore, besides just doing the mock thing. Okay, what if they did all that, they did all those 3 steps, they have a party coming up, they have something planned coming up, and they just got to do it. So what is one thing that they just need to have?
One thing,
Mhm.
what they need to have.
Mhm. Love in the house.
The house.
Say it again into the mic.
Love in the house. And then it'll bring everything together.
Mm-hmm.
Your food, your drinks, good friends. Just bring it on in.
Mm-hmm.
Decor.
How do they get love in the house?
Love is the house is from God.
Mm.
If you don't have love in your house, you better get it.
And they get it from the Word of God.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
What are 5 things every home needs to... Yeah, never mind.
Oh,
What are
go ahead.
What are 5 things every home needs?
Bible. Love. Honesty. Loyalty.
Wait, items, like items.
Oh, okay. Okay, definitely have your Bible. Oh, 5 things?
Yeah, to make a house a home.
Your Bible, decor. I don't know. Oh, I don't know, can you?
What do you mean you don't know?
You said 5 things?
Yeah, 5 things that makes a house a home. I'll give my answer too.
Okay, go ahead.
No, after you're done.
Family. Can that be?
I suppose.
Okay. That's 3.
Okay, Bible. What was the second one?
Love.
Love, family.
I can't think of 2 more.
Okay, I'll take a crack at it. Okay, I would agree. I would say Bible because I think everything just stems there. Then I would say like a fragrance because I think fragrances really set the home, and like as soon as you walk in, you're like, this is home. But if you go somewhere else, you go to someone else's house, you're like, oh, they don't have the same scent. It's not my house, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I would say the third one would probably be good food because I think food is comforting.
Yeah.
Food can be comforting, and I mean, you need food to survive. 4, I would say... Besides like basic furniture, like a bed and a couch.
Oh yeah,
and
that
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
Besides that stuff, I would add pillows onto it because I think pillows just
Okay, so you talking about decor stuff?
I'm just talking about stuff
in
that
general.
makes
Okay.
stuff a
Oh
house.
yeah, makes it a home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
plants.
plants. Need plants.
Okay, that's my fifth one. Plants. Yep, those are my 5. Let me know in the comments what you
Paint.
guys.
I think paint. Can we say paint?
I mean, I
Paint
guess.
makes it
I suppose.
it gives it character.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of my art pieces.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. What are some things that really make a house a home? I want to know. So, I think that's it. Do you have anything else that you want to add? Any final thoughts on hospitality and femininity?
I think that's it.
All right. Okay, on that note, we'll take a break and get into comments when we get back.
Me personally, I gotta die daily. Sometimes that strong personality gets the best of me, and I have to just ask for forgiveness on the regular. I do. But in that, I have to learn from my mistakes and not repeat the same mistakes, because if you're repeating the same things, then your forgiveness or your repentance is empty. So I think in order to be truly repentant, you got to come and lay it all out there and say, God, I can't do this by myself. This is my struggle, or my tongue is wicked, or my thoughts are wicked, or I really don't like this person. I have evil thoughts against them, or whatever. And you've got to fill your heart with something else. And so for me, when I get into those moments of, God, I'm failing miserably, or I'm insecure about something, which is rare. And I say that not from a standpoint of being, oh, I'm a strong woman. That's not it. My strength is in God. So I have to keep his word in my ear. And that literally means sometimes just playing the Bible in my ear. That helps me so much.
Yeah.
Because then it drowns out the noise. It drowns out the world, the secular. And it brings your mind, it's like, it's a reset. Mm-hmm. And so doing that, keeping, guarding my ear gate and my eyes and staying focused, that's the only way I can do it.
And we're back.
Hi.
You look at you all loosened up now. She was so nervous before. And now she's like, what's up, guys? All right. If you haven't already, make sure you like for the algorithm. And let's get into some comments.
Oh,
thank
you.
Hey,
Taylor.
You both look beautiful. Thank you. Thanks, friend. Hospitality is a skill I'm still building.
You will get it. You will get it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have faith in you, Miracle.
Yes.
You'll be
Miracle.
just fine.
I have to meet you.
Oh, yeah, you do. You'll meet her soon.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jack. Thanks. Welcome to the chat. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Oh.
That's me and Taylor's thing right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, why? What's the point? What's the point, Mom? Why should someone buy the cow if they get the milk for free?
I don't even want to discuss that one.
Too much for the people? Let's go, ladies.
Hey, Sonia.
Looking good, T-Mac.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Hope to see you while I'm in town.
Oh. Hi, Aunt
Hey,
Cindy. Ah, you look just like your mom. I get that all the time. I get it all the time. I don't think we look that alike, but I mean, I can see it in the cheeks, Jack says, how y'all been doing? We've been busy, Jack. We've been working, and we're finally back to making some content. So we're here. How have you been? Excuse me. How have you been doing? Her coasters are amazing.
Oh.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Thank you, Taylor.
Yes, you can get them at
Go ahead.
you can get them at luxuriouselementscompany.com.
And I do custom orders as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you like a particular color, just let me know.
Yes, yes. Do you want to show that art piece right there behind you? This is one piece. What's it called?
This is just an art piece I did in a shadow box.
Does it have a name?
This one does not have a name yet.
Oh, okay. I really like that one.
Thank you. This was like a spur of the moment. I was like, I'm gonna try it.
And you want to try this one?
Oh. This is hard. This is a textured art piece I did. There you go. It's plaster underneath, and then I fluid painted it. It's golden white, golden pearl white.
Nice. Does this one have a name?
That's this one does not have a name.
Okay. And this one's a big
Ooh.
one. This isn't even half of it, but this is a big one.
This one's called Undersea. There's textured pieces that are underneath that particular one, and I think it took about 8 to 10 hours to lay all the plaster pieces underneath. And then they had to dry for a couple of days, and then I added the paint in like a aqua black grayish color to depict under the sea.
Ooh. All right. Let's get into.
Oh, you are right, Miss Sonia.
Oh, gone are the days. Gone are the days of little Miss Manners. Bring back home training of the basics.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Yes. Yes. That is true right there.
Okay. And
Oh, thank you.
she says your work is so beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. That means so much.
Yeah, a lot of hard work goes into all of those pieces. A lot of hard work and a lot of time.
A lot of time.
Yeah. And making sure like the temperature is right.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, Jack says, I've been working, but I'm doing great. That's good.
Awesome.
That's great, Jack. I'm glad you're doing great. Very creative, Miss T Mac.
Thank you, Miss Cindy. Can't wait to meet you.
Oh, yeah. All right. Is that all of them? Cool. Let's get into the reaction videos.
Oh, I forgot about the reaction videos. Okay. All right, let's get to it.
Did you know that hospitality is a spiritual gift? Now, I have a level of it, but I do not have Martha Stewart type hospitality. Just think about it. Some people, you go to their homes and like you have this incredible experience. It brings them so much joy. But when you think about it for yourself, it brings anxiety. And it is because that is a gift that God has given that person. And so sometimes people don't realize that that is a God-given gift because they just think this it's just how I'm gifted. I just enjoy doing this. But God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit has gifted that person with that gift of hospitality. So if you're someone and you really enjoy planning and nurturing and doing all these things with people, that is a gift from God, and you really want to know, how does God want to use that gift even the more?
Yeah. I think the part where she was like, they have so much joy, that made me think of you because you just, you love every minute of it.
I'm like, hey, we want to party, yes.
Like she has like all the dinner sets, she has all the stuff. I remember one point like she did some level thing. Like, okay, there's the bar, and she had a sheet, and she put stuff under the sheet to
Books.
put, yeah, she put books under the sheet to add levels to each, like, appetizer dish. Yeah, she's really into it. What do you think of the video?
What I think of the video?
We can play it back again if you need
Oh
to.
no, it's fine. You can do it if you put your mind to it. I have to say that much. Put your mind to it, and you can do it. It may be a little anxiety for the person at the time, but just put your mind to it, put it together. You got it.
Yeah, it kind of makes me think of when I did like a girls. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
When I did the girls' taco night, that was like my first, I guess, hosting thing ever.
She was so
I
excited.
was so excited. I was so excited. But yeah, it was actually really fun, like putting together, like, okay, I'm making the tacos, I'm making whatever else came, just getting everyone together to like come and just like enjoy each other's company. That was really cool. And it wasn't as, I guess, hard as I thought it was going to be. Like at first I was a little like, I hope this turns out good, but Miracle was there. Josh's cousin was there.
The dip was good, Miracle.
Oh, yeah, the dip was good. But like just hearing their feedback, and they were like, "Oh, you did good." I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks." So yeah,
Did a good job. She sent us pictures.
yeah. Okay, next video.
It is an art form to learn to enter into femininity. And when you do that, you will see that both men and women are just more warm to you. It's just like they want to be of service. Women are more warm, and they just, girl, I love your dress. Your skirt looks so pretty. Like people are drawn to the beauty of a woman. So when you let it go, you're forfeiting more than you understand.
So she's basically saying that when she wears a dress,
Well,
or
I think she's saying like when women step into, just like how for you, like just being feminine is just natural. Like you don't even think about it. I think she's saying like once women actually like step into that mode, when we're actually just being women, just being feminine, just letting that natural
come out
thing take over, and just being what we were made to be, more people are warm to us, and it's just a natural thing. So I think that's what she's saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So I agree with that, just because for me now, if I'm not in like athletic clothes, I'm wearing a dress. And I noticed like there's this one dress, the yellow dress that you got me.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just perfectly
designed.
It just
It's
perfectly
designed,
fits me,
right.
and like it matches my skin really well. And I remember I wore it to one of Josh's baseball games that he was coaching at, and I just got so many compliments. I was like, "Oh, thank you." So I do think like once you step into your femininity, step into who God made you to be, you're wearing things that just fit you well, that complement your skin really well, that make you feel confident, and that joy and that light just flow through you. Other people see it and they're just drawn to you, and they're like, "Oh, hi,
Yes.
how are you?" So I agree with what she's saying. Any other thoughts? All right, next video.
These bonnets have to go. If you are wearing a bonnet or a scarf, as in a head bonnet or a headscarf that you wear to bed, around the house, to do chores in, that you sleep in, if you're wearing that outside to the grocery store, to the post office, to the mall, that is also not classy. It is uncouth. It's tacky. It's ghetto. And you look lazy.
Yes,
I totally agree with that.
100%.
I couldn't do it. I could not do it. If I were to do it, I step out like that, I'm getting struck down. There's no other way to say it. I just can't do it. No.
Why can't you do it?
No. Mm-mm.
Why not?
That's no. That's a no.
What do you?
That is, to me, it's not good etiquette. It's
Mm-hmm.
not a good look. No.
Why do you think that's becoming more popular?
People are lazy. People are very lazy. I hate to say it, but you can't go outside looking like that.
Yeah.
No. That's all it is to it.
Yeah, it's like now every time I'll go to the gas station or I'll even go to Publix and I'll just see people just walking around in their bonnet in their pajamas. And it's just like, come on.
That's a no.
Like there was no effort that you wanted to put in to go, people are going to see you,
Absolutely.
I don't know. And I don't know. I'm just a big proponent of you get treated how you present yourself.
True.
So if you present yourself
In a
looking
way.
like that,
Right.
and then someone disrespects you, I don't know what to tell you.
No. And plus, I didn't raise you all like that.
Yeah.
No, you don't come out the house looking like that.
Yeah, that just wasn't gonna happen.
No.
Not with me.
And just think what Papa would say.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Shoot, any of the men in our family, what they would say.
Exactly.
Daddy's face would be like. Okay. On that note.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was getting ready to comment that Taylor has.
Oh, okay. Oh, my mother would not let me leave the house with a nightcap on.
Oh,
no, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't.
You better not step out with pajamas on.
Stop the bonnets in public.
Exactly.
Let's make a petition.
I totally agree.
Yeah, it has to stop.
It's not a good look.
It's not. All right. On that note, let's take a break and we'll get into the producer's corner with Joshua.
Whoa. Bring it on, Josh.
Ideally. Sometimes that strong personality gets the best of me, and I have to just ask for forgiveness on the regular. I do. But in that, I have to learn from my mistakes and not repeat the same mistakes, because if you're repeating the same things, then your forgiveness or your repentance is empty. So I think in order to be truly repentant, you got to come and lay it all out there and say, God, I can't do this by myself. This is my struggle, or my tongue is wicked, or my thoughts are wicked, or I really don't like this person. I have evil thoughts against them, or whatever. And you've got to fill your heart with something else. And so for me, when I get into those moments of, God, I'm failing miserably, or I'm insecure about something, which is rare. And I say that not from a standpoint of being, I'm a strong woman. That's not it. My strength is in God. So I have to keep his word in my ear. And that literally means sometimes just playing the Bible in my ear. That helps me so much.
Yeah.
Because then it drowns out the noise. It drowns out the world, the secular. And it brings your mind, it's like, it's a reset. And so doing that, guarding my ear gate and my eyes and staying focused, that's the only way I can do it.
Hello, Joshua.
Hi, Josh. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Ooh, doing pretty
Fantastic.
good.
Yes. I'm excited to be on the show. Y'all put together a great show. As expected, everybody out there needs y'all to, because we're on a mission to spread some practical religion. Remember, it is Christ improvement over self-improvement. That is what we are preaching here. And speaking of self-improvement, you talked a lot about, how you improved yourself by watching your grandmother as you were growing up. And so just talk about the importance of, having a good role model in your life, because so much of what we learn is by, seeing, these different influences in our life, whether it's our parents, whether it's an older brother, or it's just somebody that we admire, whether it's on the TV screen or a sports athlete or a, a celebrity of some sort, a musician, if you will. So just talk about having the importance of having a good influence.
Ooh, the importance. I think having a good influence in your life brings your life together. I think you have to have those influences, such as, could be your mom, your dad, sister, whoever. Um, that's how you learn. You learn from influences. Some influences you don't want, but you learn from influences.
Awesome. So I have a question that kind of ties. It's actually one for Kenya as well. So talk about why you decided to, enroll her into etiquette classes, and why that was something that was important for you as a mom to sign your daughter up for.
Actually it was important because I wanted them to have the tools. Even though I taught them things, I wanted them to have more of what is out there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I wanted to. They have from me, and then they can get from someone else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You wanted them to be as polished as they could
Right.
possibly be.
Exactly.
And you kind of understood that, hey, there's only so much that I can teach you, but you may pick up, something new and something that will help you become better from this other person. So, I mean, that does go back to the having good influences around you. Whereas, I mean, some moms may send their kid off to a summer camp where they're not necessarily learning, things that are helping them progress in a way, or maybe they're just sending them to whatever where they're, getting wrapped up in, involved in things that aren't beneficial for them. But you're like, no, I'm going to strategically set them up for success by, enrolling them in like an etiquette class or teaching them skills that'll help them not just, feel good today. Maybe they don't even understand why they're in the class, or maybe they even hate the class.
Yeah.
But like Kenya said, later in life, it's like, now I understand, because
Yes.
like she hosted the, the taco night, and, some of the things that she was able to learn as a result of watching you, but also some of the things that she may have learned along the way in etiquette class really, bled out in that circumstance. So I think that was wonderful. So my question for Kenya would be, how do you think etiquette class influenced you and helped you become the woman that you are today? Well, etiquette class and the etiquette that you learned from your mother as well.
Okay. I think the biggest thing I got from it was just manners and knowing when to say something, knowing when not to say stuff, and knowing how to operate in, I guess, not necessarily a professional environment, but just in a important environment. Like if we're going somewhere fancy or whatever, yeah, I know how to act. I know where my forks need to go. I know where my water needs to go. I know not to be belligerent. I know all that kind of stuff. So I think the biggest thing I got from etiquette class and just watching my mom was like knowing when, or just having manners. And just for my mom specifically, I would say selflessness. Like, even though that's something that I still have to work on, like, personally, I think just having her as an example of what that looks like has been really helpful and beneficial.
I like it. Okay, so I have one more question for Mama Mac over here. So, of course, you raised Kenya to be the wonderful woman that she is today, and I thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
But also, there's a lot of things that parents can also learn from their kids. So, like, my mom's actually come up to me before and said, "Hey, like, you actually taught me this," and I was like, "What?" And so I was wondering, like, what's one thing that you've actually learned from Kenya as she's grown up?
Oh, wow. Kenya, she's just amazing. Her her personality. Oh my gosh.
Talking to Mike.
There's so much. Her calmness, because I'm not a patient person. I am not a patient person. So Kenya got that from her daddy. But yeah, just her calmness, and if I'm upset about something, Kenya would be like, "Mom, just calm down, just chill out for a moment, just settle it down, settle it down." Yes,
So I taught you patience.
yes, yes.
I like that. That's
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. And last thing I have before I get on off of here is I actually have an interesting story about a bonnet situation. So I was in academy the other day picking up a couple things, and there was this mom and this daughter in front of me, and the line at academy was just crazy because they're understaffed. So every time I've gone in there, the line to check out is just ridiculous because there's only two cashiers open, and there's all these people just trying to check out. And so I was waiting in line for a good 10, 15 minutes just trying to check out. And like I said, this mom and this daughter were in front of me, and there was this, and the mom had on, just a dress or whatever. It wasn't particularly nice. So just, this dress, kind of I guess tank top straps. I don't know what you call those straps as women, but she had on one of those dresses, and then the daughter had on this like onesie with a bonnet, and I was like, man, that's tough. But then what happened? So, like I said, we were standing in line for a significant amount of time, and there was, I guess, this family that came in or that was shopping, and they noticed that they knew somebody that was in front of them, or that was in front of both of us. And so the dad and the daughter wanted to just took their stuff to the back of the line where the mother and one of the other children were, and they just wanted to say hi to the people that they knew in front. So the dad came by and said, "Excuse me," to the mom and the daughter, but I guess the daughter, she was probably like 4 or 5, didn't say excuse me when she went by. And so they went and they said, they were just talking. And then the mom turned to me and was like, "You see how rude that was?" And I was like, "What?" She was like, they didn't even say excuse me. And she was like, "The dad said excuse me, but that little girl, she didn't say excuse me." And then she kind of proceeded to say, like, people just aren't raised with any manners and like no home training. And I was just like sitting there, and I was like,
What about your daughter?
"You look kind of crazy with your little dress on, and then your daughter's in a onesie with a bonnet." And I was just like, this is crazy. I mean, it was just kind of like, just reminds me of the Bible verse of like, get the plank out of your own eye before you judge the speck in your brother's. And it was just like, the dad said, "Excuse me." I think she tried to say something to the little girl, like, "Hey, you going to say excuse me?" And the little girl just kind of looked at her and walked away. Or at least that's what she said to me. But I was just like, it really wasn't that big of a deal. Cause like the dad and the daughter came up beside, the dad said, "Excuse me." And the daughter was just literally right behind him. Like, so I don't know, maybe she just wanted to complain, but that just kind of went along with the whole bonnet thing that y'all were talking about. So I thought that was a little funny story.
Oh yeah.
But that is the end of the producer's corner, and I will send
Thank
it
you,
back
Josh.
to Kenya
Thank
to
you.
wrap up. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Before we head out, let's read any more comments if we have any. All right. And then I have one last question for you, Mom. What is one message you would like to leave the world? You have 2 minutes to do so. Go.
Okay, first of all, have God in your life, love yourself, and be true to yourself. Most importantly, always remember you're beautiful. Okay? Always remember that. Keep it in your heart. You're there. God, beautiful. Okay? That's mine.
Awesome. Well, do you have any final thoughts before we head out?
No, I think that's it. I really enjoyed this.
Awesome. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
I love you more.
Thank you for being on the show. And thank you,
Thank you,
quality. Thank you, quality people, for tuning in. Make sure you like for the algorithm if you have not. And make sure that you subscribe and leave some comments in the comment section for next time.
And take note, Proverbs 31.
Yes, Proverbs 31. All right, I'll see you guys in our next video.
Bye.
Do we have a schedule that we need to put up? All right, Monday we have Josh coming back with Profitable Conversations at 7 p.m. Tuesday we have Quality at 6 p.m. and Thursday we have Quality again at 6 p.m. So I'll see you guys, and we have 603 subscribers.
Oh, nice.
Thank you guys. Yeah. All right, and we will see you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
Quality.